Welcome to the Dignity Leadership Learning Lab. I'm Leadership Leah, the Chief Education Officer, and this is my esteemed and very excited colleague, Leadership Leo, the Chief Instructional Officer. We are on a mission to take you from being a management monster to a leadership ace. If Rich can do it, so can you. Ready to launch in 3, 2, 1.
As a leader, you're marketing a number of things to your followers. You're selling hope because it's the most crucial thing you can offer as a starting point. Whether you are in charge of a department, your friendships, or your family, hope is a strong tool for leadership. But why should it matter if you have cause to be hopeful about your job or even other people's jobs? If I told you right now that you had no chance of surviving in your current situation at work, how would you react? You could rush to your favorite social media networking platform and change your status to "I'm hopeless." But that's only going to start a pity party. And feeling self-indulgently sorry for yourself is not positive reinforcement. It's just the opposite, and it destroys hope. In this module, you will learn what hope is and why it's important in the workplace. Let's get started. Hope is all about the future. Hope provides meaning and purpose to our life, and the same should apply to our work. If you have folks who are not optimistic, they just show up and only perform the task with minimal effort. This makes job confidence go down and stress levels rise. If there is no hope, then it turns into a dumpster fire. First and foremost, without hope, employment would be hopeless. We're all striving for a brighter tomorrow. Consider how unpleasant and disparaging it sounds to describe oneself as hopeless. Workplace leaders that instill hope in their employees have a positive influence on their coworkers. The positive effects cause endorphins to be released into the system, which has been linked to increased creativity. Enhanced employee creativity can lead to improved psychological strength, which can present itself in increased workplace performance, job satisfaction, work happiness, and organizational dedication, among other things. Second, when you feel that the future will be better than the present, you'll begin to exert greater effort in order to achieve that goal. To do so, you must check in on your team on a regular basis and solicit input from them because they know the most about the subject. Make certain that you understand what they are saying before developing a strategy that is simple to adopt and incorporate that in their comments. The simpler the strategy is, the more likely it is that your team will put it into action, and the more probable it is that your team will achieve its objectives. Easy to understand doesn't mean easy to execute. You must be empathetic and put people first for the results of your strategy to be achieved. Don't dwell on the metrics too much, and your staff will be more involved, which will boost the likelihood of your success. Hope manifests in many ways. A simple short-term objective might be to hope you make it to your meeting on time. An achievement of a long-term goal, like earning a degree, can provide reason for optimism. It's possible to cultivate a sense of optimism over time. It is possible to improve the degree of hope in your organization over time if plans and strategies are developed for promoting hope in your organization. When you expect more of yourself, you are more likely to pick favorable paths to success, which makes you more successful in meeting a bigger proportion of your objectives. People with high expectations of themselves are more ready to help their coworkers, which leads to better teamwork. We all have the capacity to be hopeful, but it's not always easy. In fact, it's often the hardest thing to do when life is difficult and circumstances are bleak. But why do we strive for hope? Why is it important? The reason is quite simple. Hope drives us to take action and make positive change. Hope is a conscious decision, not something that happens by accident. Hope is behaving on the basis of your beliefs rather than your knowledge. It's making a choice to move forward and make things better, even when you don't know how or what that might look like in the end. Hope gives us strength and courage when we need it most. It also helps us to bounce back from setbacks when they inevitably occur along our journey toward success. Research has shown that hope helps people to recover from personal tragedies and physical illnesses, and can even help increase a company's profits. A recent economic study showed that optimistic employees can increase a company's profits by 21% as compared to employees who are pessimistic. Hope allows us to overcome hurdles as we work towards our goals. Individuals or groups who have high hopes generally perform better at work than those who have little or no hope. As a leader, it is your job to encourage optimism in your employees so that they can fulfill their objectives. In good and bad circumstances, hope enables people to keep moving forward. In order to be productive, employees must be enthusiastic about their company's future. A Gallup study shows that if an employee strongly agrees with the statement, "My leader makes me enthusiastic about the future of my company," he or she is 69 times more likely to be engaged at work than an employee who disagrees with that same statement. To build hope in people, you must provide a clear vision of the team's future direction. To achieve actual results, you must paint a clear picture of the future for your team to follow. And when you communicate your vision, be willing to do exactly as you say. This means you must not mince words, use doublespeak, or technically not lie, and must align your actions with your rhetoric. Do what you have said you would do. Be authentic and match your actions with your verbal and written communications, pay plans, strategy, and objectives. Doing what you say will help you create trust. You need feedback in order to further build your vision. When followers talk, they want you to pay attention and take notice. They want you to be aware of any fresh thoughts or insights that your activities create in the way of their projects, directives, or objectives, and how they are perceived by the end users. This is their opportunity to express their acceptance or displeasure of your activities. To receive feedback, it is necessary to keep your personal filters or experiences out of the way so that you do not miss the message that is being delivered as you listen. Imagine yourself in their position and try to imagine what they're telling you from their vantage point, not yours. And not everyone will speak up. You must create a safe environment where people feel comfortable and willing to share their thoughts and opinions. Do not be scared to solicit input from your followers by posing a question to them about their issues. The best listeners can purposely set aside their own experiences, dropping assumptions and embracing the idea that somebody is experiencing something totally different from how they have experienced it. Reacting is the opposite of active listening. By reacting, you're not paying close attention to what's being communicated because you believe you have more important things to say. This diminishes hope, erodes trust, depletes morale, and brings the feedback loop to a crashing stop. Active listening allows us to focus on what others are saying. It enhances interpersonal interactions by fostering trust and minimizing conflict. People who are open to different viewpoints, who can let go of their ego biases, who are looking forward to the future and creating new opportunities, create hope. Leading from strengths is another powerful way to build hope. Allowing people to do what they're naturally good at and not trying to fix their weaknesses builds self-confidence, which in turn creates hope and builds trust. To build your team around their natural talents, identify your weaknesses and hire people who have skills where you and your organization are lacking. Use those strengths to help the team advance. Nowhere in this module did I talk about profits. Actually, I'd argue that profits are the opposite of hope. Too many managers place too much importance on the profitability of their organizations rather than on the development of their people. Focusing solely on profits only magnifies your own ego and solidifies your own importance. Both actions signal to the employees that they are not important in your success equation. This is just like me telling you that you are only cosmic dust in the universe. If we walk around thinking about how unimportant we are in the universe, we're all going to be hopeless. And no one desires to be hopeless. Let's recap what we've learned in this module. Bottom line, your business will suffer if you do not create hope. Looking for more leadership information? Read more about creating hope in the workplace in the book, You Are Doing It Wrong. Stop Managing and Start Leading by Richard T. Levine.